Hey, today we're talking about how to make your living, loving maid even more betterer. That's not a word. Anyway, those aren't words. Okay, fine. So, a couple of things notes I was giving my friend today about this is for your living, loving maid. One is play a Telecaster because it always sounds better. One thing that Jimmy Page that's just does all the time that's lovely is that he'll pull the third in the scale and the seventh in the scale. I am not going to nerd out on theory today. I don't have time, but we can do that later. So, but in this riff, which you all know and love, and I'm sure you've tried to figure out, and now you're trying to get it smoother. When I play at the third fret of the A string or the third fret of the low E, Jimmy will pull it just a little bit to give it that little bit of love, and it sounds so good. He'll even pull it a little bit gradually, but it's just a tiny amount. That's especially there. AC/DC is really good at this trick too. Okay, that's how to get that lick better. The other thing that might help you with this part is to use the open A string. Mute the low E string with your thumb. And mute the high E string underneath your first finger right there. Right? And then, without actually lifting your finger, this is a difficult angle to get, without actually lifting your finger off of the D string, rotate it, flatten it out. And have a really nice, easy wrist. And you can get that sounding nice and full. And then the last thing we were talking about today with my student was this part. It's very cool. It has some nice rest strumming in there that gives it propulsion. These little rests in here, what I'm talking about. And what I suggest in order to learn this strum pattern, which goes like this, is to put your feet into it. What? Okay. Excuse my beat up piano bench. Apologies. I am a left foot tapper. Oh, I need a little bit more up and down. Yep, I'm a left foot tapper. That's just how I do it for the most part. And just synchronize your right hand and your foot. Squeak. That sounds kind of rock and roll. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this beat goes down. Hold on. Actually, even before I start playing, before you start playing, you want to sync your strumming hand with your toe tapping. I'm actually tapping my heel because that's how I like to do it most of the time. But I can also tap my toe. But I'm going to do it with my heel because it's bigger to see. 1, 2, and then hear the riff in your head. Because you want to get this strumming direction down to get the muting right and to also get it to have that rocking groove. Down, down, up, down, up, down. Keep down, down. And notice what direction your foot and your arm is traveling when the notes sound. Bow, bow, down, bow, 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 down. Hey, assistant, can you come hold this stool still?
Yes.
Just put a hand on it.
Of course.
There we go. Hold it still. Thank you. I appreciate it. Making YouTube's days, it's not easy. 2, ready, go. Down, up, down, up, 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 down, up, down. That's how I recommend learning a strum pattern is first just get your automatic motion, your pendulum motion going. It really helps to tap a foot. I love tapping with the left foot because it helps me cross my corpus callosum. We'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway. And then maybe just get the strum happening. Okay, thank you, assistant. Great. I just want to finish this up. And the last piece is you've got to get this muting motion right. So hang on. So you've got to do down, mute, up, down, mute, up, 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 down, up, down. Oh, I left out saying one mute. Let me go a little slower. Down, mute, up, down, mute, up, mute, up, mute, up, down, down. Whew! Down, mute, up, down, mute, up, mute, up, mute, up, down. And to do that muting, I'm doing it on a down strumming motion of the hand. I want you to watch it this way. So I maintain that pendulum motion because oftentimes, like if you do it, sometimes you'll see people do like this. They'll come back in like that, and it doesn't keep your pendulum motion going. And so you want to make this motion, the muting motion, like this, so that it's almost the same as your strumming motion. And so first thing you might do is just to work on this is just go down strum, down mute, down strum, down mute, down strum, down mute. And you can get that sounding really strong and Jimmy Page like. Last note about the corpus callosum, it's the middle of the brain between your two hemispheres. And I love tapping with the left foot because then I'm using both sides of my brain. What? Have fun.